Board games. I might be talking about how you are now, but I'm not gonna shout. I did mess up. I've not managed to get on a train, and this is something that happened again. But I'm going to say this is only one thing, and now the thoughts are now emerging that you are not just the one thing you do. There's a lot of aspects to the proper you. I guess that's what I'm talking about today. And I might touch upon a game you can play. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. It's time for Busy Beats and Board Game Bladder. It is 10 a.m. UK time. And today I want to talk about how you are not just one thing. You are not just one day. You are a million different things. And as you go on your way, I hope that you remember, like, we're all multifaceted, like we're all a different creature every day. But like, let me quickly get into some recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights, recent highlights. So yeah, what have I been up to? I'm not going to show them all right now. I might hopefully show them next week, and I'll do an actual overview of these brand new games. But I want to give a shout out to some new stuff. So as well as doing all my creatures for a game about cute comical creatures and trying to identify them after someone makes noises, which I was really happy with how these turned out. I also did a game about stuffing balloons as a team without talking. But it's a card game, there are no actual balloons. And more importantly, last week and a few days ago, I managed to get a delivery of a game about counting cats' shapes and colours that keeps getting trickier. This is something I'm taking to the Herefordshire board game event. And the way it works is you flip over a card. For example, this one tells you to count all the round cats and all the dancing cats. And then you'll have one in the middle that you count. And each time you get it correct and you're the first person, you take the cat from the middle, so you've got more to count. So this would tell you to count all the red cats. This would tell you to count all the dancing and the lying down cats. And this is one of the cards, like the tops of them, how it would look. This tells you these are the cats that you're counting. And so yeah, I'm really excited to be at Herefordshire, like in Hereford today. I am going to have a second attempt at catching the train. The other thing that I'd like to quickly mention is that Chris has done so much amazing work putting stuff together. So yeah, I'm actually just, yeah, obviously, like with the illustrations that I've done, they don't really mean much until, you know, they're put together, assembled into files, ready to print, and that's what it's all about. And so I'd like to show you a few things from my private Google Drive. So firstly, we've got this, a game about, let's see if I can, nope, I will maybe make that smaller. Okay, a game about stuffing balloons as a team. And yeah, so the way it looks is that on the fronts of the cards, you've got the weight, you've got the sharpness, and you've got your little character, and these characters are for the decks. So the characters show you, oh yeah, this is my deck, I'm playing as the little purple bird. Or you might say, oh, I am the sad blue alligator thing, and hey, I'm putting in some tomatoes which are negative spikiness because they're quite soft, but it's got a bit of weight to it. Or maybe I've got a copy of Yogi, which is fairly round, it's not got any spikiness, but it's got some weight. Or the Bezzy bargain bags, they've got like some sharp corners, I don't know. There's some attempt at realism, but It's mainly just there to be a good thing. These are the promotional cards for UK Games Expo. Again, I did the illustrations, but Chris then added all the text that says a totally unofficial UK Games Expo 2022 promo card from Stuff by Bez. I'm really happy with how these turned out. I might make a point of putting these together. And finally, I want to show you the totally new and redone graphics for a game about drawing creatures, complementing the drawings and complementing the complements. So the text was drawn by me, like I drew the letters, but that's all the things that I did. Like, well, I invented the game, I designed the game, I wrote the text, but graphically, Chris did the colors in the background. I really like this one. Chris assembled the text together and did all the, so it's kind of got this neon color vibe, and it hopefully recedes into the background. Quite chuffed with how it looks, and I'm really looking forward to playing with that. And of course, the cute comical creatures, that's another thing that, yes, it took a bit of effort to make them all, but without Chris putting them together, without Chris making a back, it just wouldn't have the same effect. And I'm really excited to get it out to UK Games Expo and hear some of the noises that people make for that. So, yep, brilliant thing, brilliant thing. What's the little thing, which is brilliant? The brilliant thing is simply digital compositions, like putting things together, having the letter A that is here. I wrote that A, but because it's put together digitally, like making fonts, you don't need to write out a new letter A every single time. And the text is kind of, well, it's written by me, as in all the letters were something that I drew, but it works really well. And here, with the balloons, the composition, it's like, just feels like it works. And I'm really chuffed about that. But let's get to the main topic. Very quickly, I just want to talk once more about the fact that, yes, I missed the train. I felt incredibly down about it. I was getting stressed. I was stressed about heading out. I am going to wrap up this thing within the next 3 minutes, but so I don't miss the train again. But like afterwards, I was just feeling, my gosh, like I've wasted this money. I've not managed to have a lovely evening with Adam and like Lane that I was looking forward to. Like, it just felt like everything was going wrong, and I started to doubt myself, like starting to doubt my own ability, thinking, wow, I'm just not good enough for this. I'm not good enough to kind of plan these things, and it's just too much. And sometimes, like, that's something that you've got to be okay with. Like, sometimes it is, you know what, this is too much, and I'm going to slow down. But sometimes it's like, yeah, messed up. That wasn't a great episode, but as it says down below, you are not just that one thing. You are not that one time that you messed up. You are not that one bad day that you have. You are a million different things. You are yourself on a bad day, yourself on a good day, yourself on a mediocre day, yourself when you wake up, yourself when you go to sleep, and you are a million different people. And all we can do is try to learn from our past selves and carry on, and hopefully things will be okay. That's basically all I've got to say about it. I don't know if anyone out there needs to hear that, but I certainly need to remind myself quite often that it's okay. Things, some things are bad, and I'm not saying everything will be perfect, but hopefully it will be okay. And that's all we can do. I mean, I don't agree with blind faith, but anyway, question of the day. Here's a little question before we go on our way. So, question of the day. What is my quick question to everyone is, when was the last, do you like soy sauce? I like soy sauce. It's not like my favorite thing in the world. I actually quite like that soybean stuff where rather than just being the sauce, it like goes round and it really has a strong flavor. I like that soybean paste. But yeah, do you like soy sauce? I mean, I clearly like soy sauce enough that I've had this much soy sauce in the past since December. So December, January, February, March, April, half of May. So 4.5 months, I will personally have about that much soy sauce. So quickly over to you. What are you up to? You can share a button if you want to. Once I've done this, I am going to head off and start. And I basically packed yesterday, but also a couple of things. I couldn't find some of the clothes that I'd want to, where I'm going to unpack from one bag, repack, but make sure that I am ready within the next 50 minutes to head out. And that's what I'm going to aim for, like 11 o'clock, head out. So recap and wrap up before we finish up. So to recap and wrap up, setbacks happen, glorious moments happen. You are not yourself at your best. You're not yourself at your worst. You are the culmination of all those things. And I think it's something that I need to remember, that just because I've done one amazing thing or even 10 amazing things doesn't mean that I'm amazing all the time. And that's okay. Like, I like to think of myself as a generally good person, but I am not myself at my best. But on the other hand, I'm not myself at my worst. And I guess that's the key thing to remember. If you want to check me out, I am Stuff by Bez, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. And if you want to check out my Discord channel, then go to stuffbybez.com/Discord, which is going to redirect you to my Discord, and stuffbybez.com/stream. So tomorrow I'll be streaming a very quick show like this, maybe 10 minutes long, from around the Hereford charity board gaming event. Feel free to share, spread the word. Thank you everyone who's watching. Thank you for everyone who encourages me. Shout out to Chris and other lovely people who, yeah, help lift me up. And for now, bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, bye, everyone.